Welcome back, and thank you for joining me on this next episode. And check it out, we're in winter. It's my favourite weather conditions. A nice calm, snowy day. There's our new accountant's house that tells us interesting things about who is using what. I don't know what this line is, the turquoise line, but it's gone up. Maybe that's firewood or something, who knows. Alcohol, who's buying alcohol? That's what we want to know. Still not showing us, but we're showing the taverners making the alcohol. There we go, enough excitement for one day. Let's have a think about what we're building next. So the tavern was a huge new building, and look at all the oats we've got, and the water, and we'll be bringing in the grain. So that's doing well. Did we pause this house? No, we've got that on the go, so we just need a bit of iron ore, don't we, for that house, and then we'll have that built, and we'll expand our population because we need more jobs, more people to do more jobs. So we kill a few chickens. Now we've got 1,200 meat. Oh yes, I've worked out a possible way of keeping our animals safe, and that's with a watchtower. So let's have a look at how much a watchtower might cost. Stone tower, watchtower, keep. So a watchtower is 180 stone and 100 wood. So we could put a little... that could be good. We can put watchtowers down on the edge of the pasture. Could we? We need to build our pasture first. Oh, no, well, no, we need to build the watchtowers first and then build our pasture. And I'm just thinking where the best place for the pasture is. We could build it over here, couldn't we? And we could surround it by watchtowers and just see if that works. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a good idea. And we could build it a little bit further out so we can really surround it by watchtowers. Maybe do a few. So we'll lay down our first watchtower there. So this is going to be exciting. And from what I've read online, they only really shoot at animals when the animals are very close indeed. So we might need like another hunter's cabin as well. So we'll put hunter's cabin out here, and we're just going to go all out, protect our animals, and see if this experiment works, which I hope it does, because otherwise I wouldn't know what to do. We'll have the hunter's cabin next to the watchtower, so we're going on multiple defences. There we go, hunter's cabin is laid down, and we'll put another watchtower to the right here. We'll build that watchtower first, and then we'll build another one. I'm just going to have a close look at our jobs actually, because we're in winter and we've got a whole load of gatherers employed, which can't be doing anything. One farmer, get rid of the farmer. We're down to 198 flour, so I'm going to employ someone at the 2 people at the mill. Aviary or apiary is not working, and we'll go full foresters. We're just going to employ 6 foresters because we've got the extra workers during winter, and then we'll employ more people in the mines, and we'll see how we go for there. So we've got a few exciting new buildings. We're going with the watchtower to see what that does. We haven't built it yet, and we could try bringing in a few resources actually, because mainly it's going to be stone that we need from now on. So let's select a load of stone here. 121 there, 111 there, and 58 there. No more down there, so that'll bring in a couple of 300 stone, which is good. Our chickens are doing very well. Our meat has gone down to just around 1,000. Oh, and goodness me, look at all the pies we've got. So we've got enough vegetable pies for 3 expeditions, and we'll switch that on to meat pie production, because we've already got enough fish pies. So as soon as the expedition comes back, we'll be able to send it back out again, I think. And we're actually getting through the grain. So now that we're making our alcohol, we'll be able to put down another grain field. I think that'll be important. So we've got grass, oats, potato and potato. Oh, let's bring back our screen up there. So we've got over 5,000 vegetables, we've got 500 eggs, and we've got the milk. Oh, we've got milk. Has one of our pastures survived somewhere? I don't think so. That's just milk left over, I think. I think in order to destroy that house, we might have to destroy the barn first, and I don't think there's any point in doing that. So we'll just leave it there, half constructed. And we could do with potentially getting a few logs from the village just to clear the view a bit. It's 100 there and 95 there. Had a fish farmer die of old age. Child died during birth. That's not good times. And we're still collecting ore, so let's see if we can get a boost on the ore for the building. 103 up there. See, all the resources are getting quite far away from us. 202 there. Maybe it would be worth reducing the people on the mines down to 0 and just gathering them from the land and see how that goes. We've got 6 hunters, but when the next hunting cabin up here is completed, that'll mean we have a potential for 9 again, I think. Although we've played around with the limits, haven't we? So we could increase the limits if we wanted to. And the chicken farm's pretty resilient to the predators. So maybe it's a smaller snack and they prefer the sheep. Who knows? And our expedition will be due back soon, I feel. Yep, so we're in the spring and the expedition's due back in the summer. It'll be interesting to see what sort of crops they bring. And we've just gone into usable weather. There's our trade fair with various things in there. Firewood, fish and vegetables. Let's fill up the fruit farm, our orchard, with 2 people. And we'll put... So how many oats have we got? We've got 997 oats. Yeah, we need to go on full oats in the big field with 2 people and the smaller field with 1. And go full potatoes, although, hold your horses, we need flax, people. We've only got 400 flax, that's pretty low. Although we've got 70 clothes, that is being used up quite fast. So we'll do a flax field. We'll do a potato field for our vegetables, and we're going to have to hire a load of gatherers because the vegetables are getting used up. So we need a lot of workers now. Let's... we had 3 people on the kilner. Let's reduce that down to 1. We've got 2 on the smelting, so that's our larger blast furnace, and we've got 2 on the blacksmith, 1 weaver. We may as well keep them on. We've got one at the brewery. We can reduce the brewery down temporarily, and let's go on full gathering, because let's face it, alcohol's probably more optional than necessary, although some of you may disagree. Oh, we can reduce down the foresters. We'll go down to 5 foresters, and actually, I did say we were going to have 1 forester just on pure planting, didn't I? So we'll do that. And there should just be 1, maybe 1 there. We'll see. That should really boost our log production, actually, just having 1 forester on planting. And we'll see how that goes. And then we just need to have people on our farm. So we've deactivated some of the fields. So this one's on 0, so we'll activate that. And we know if it's activated on Ox, it will have a question mark above it. So this one will activate. Looks like it is. That one will activate. Maybe it's this one that isn't. Yeah, it's this big field that wasn't activated. There we go. And we'll move the workers in. So we've got 1 builder, 1 labourer. We've got 6 on all the fish farms. Well, no, 6 on all the fishermen's lodges, but we've got additional 3 on the fish farms. 6 hunters, 2 on the orchards, 5 on the fields. We've got 2 looking after the cows and the animals. Well, mainly the just the chickens we've got left. We've got 2 workers there. And you can see the eggs and the meat are building up, especially as we kill the chickens. So it may be worth putting another worker on there just to catch up. We'll do that. Feel as though maybe 3 workers are required. And do you remember we moved a load of our goods, didn't we, with our amazing caravan? Here they are. Oats nice and close to the chicken coop, so they don't have to walk all the way over to here, which is where all the oats are, and they've built up again from subsequent harvests. So that route is done. We've moved all the hides nearer to the weaver, which should be in here. Yep, they're there. So we'll move these oats over to near the chicken coop. So this is a pretty useful tool, adding in a new trade route. And these are the oats, so we'll move them from... You click on the building that contains them, and then you click on the building that you want them to go to. We'll just do that one, because that one's the emptier of the two, even though the other one's slightly closer. So down here in our notifications box it says transport route removed, which we did, new transport route created, so that's great. And we're going to be in spring soon, and so I'm interested in... Sorry, we're going to be in summer soon. I'm interested in seeing what our expedition's going to bring back for the farm fields. And we've talked about how, you know, it wouldn't really be that much of interest if it was just another type of vegetable, because it doesn't really get differentiated in anywhere it's stored. And what I'll do actually is release our egg supply. Cool, we've only got 600 meat. So yeah, so it'll be pretty important to have the domesticated animals up and running. And I think we did place a barn down somewhere, didn't we? Castle Barn. That might be a nice, safe place to keep animals as well. So I'm looking out for that. But we're halted a bit on production in terms of collecting things. Let's see if we can free up a few people. We'll free up a forester. Starting to plant the trees there. Quite short on logs, but we've been using them for a lot of building, so they'll build up quite nicely on their own. We'll go down to 3 foresters, and we've got 390 firewood, so let's go down to 3 firewood choppers in our sawmills. Did we upgrade this sawmill? Yeah, we did. Okay, that's good. And we'll just have a look at... Yeah, we've got loads of logs there. A few logs there as well, so... Yeah, our firewood people will be doing well. We've got over 400 firewood now. We've got 3 labourers and 1 builder. So our labourers are going to be bringing in all that stone and the logs and also the ore that we specified that we need from the land. So we'll get them working on that, and it will be coming in. And it looks like they are on the stone right now. And then they'll move over to the iron ore, and incidentally our meat's going up as well. And I'm not sure if that's because we've just made a few more labourers available, or if they're just emptying out the chicken pen, or a combination of both. But we were down more than 200 lower than what we've got now. I've got a feeling labourers certainly help grease the wheels of the village for sure. We could build a path, a road all the way up to our new sort of caravan unit. That could be a good idea. Ooh, just join that up. And also I've been thinking we could do with a road going up here all the way up to our barn, and we could have the road continuing around here past the brewery, up to the near the end of the village, and one up to the chicken coop as well. And that pretty much helps with the extension of our road system. Now the other thing we could do is build a road out here to our future animal sanctuary that we're trying to make as safe as possible. But we'll wait until we've built it, then we can build a road up to it. And our infrastructure's looking good. Potentially have a road going through the middle, but I don't know if it's needed. Could try. See if there's enough room. There should be. Yep. It can go down to this. Is that a road there? It's difficult to see. Yeah, it is. We've joined it up to another one. Joined it up here to this road. And we could do with it going through here. Hang on. Maybe if we have it a bit tighter to this building, we might be able to fit something else in around this area. We'll see. And I'll just see what we've got delivered. Oh, look! They're building our watchtower! How amazing! And even more amazing that we had the materials to do it. So, cool, that was quick working from our from our labourers bringing all that material in. And we've got enough to build our hunter's lodge, so that's very interesting indeed. Oh, and we've got over 1,000 meat. So it's interesting how that suddenly spiked up. I'm not quite sure how that's happened. So what I would do is build another watchtower on the on this side. We just need to try and, I don't know, like cover the field or surround it by defences. And it would be very interesting to see if this works. I mean, surely it must, right? Should we put another watchtower here? See where it's red? I never know what that means, but I wonder if that's its range, maybe. Oh no, the yellow circle around it is its range, of course. Okay, well we'll put one. Try and keep it level, so it's one in front there. We could put a watchtower there. We'll just see how that goes, and then we can always put another one next to it, and then another one next to that to kind of create a little bit of a corner barrier. I know you can make I know you can make walls as well. Wooden wall, that might be worth doing. Surround it by a wall, rotate it round for the length. Okay, so we could look at building a wall all the way round, and there's a wooden gate. Now we're talking. Okay, we'll do this as well. I'm thinking I can lay down the pasture, and let's go after the. Should we go after the wool or shall we go after the cattle? I think the wool will be more useful because we can make warm clothing. Okay, so if we put the pasture somewhere in here, if it will lay down like this. Yeah, well, okay, so that's probably good enough. Although, could start it further over here. There we go. 100 logs. Let's lay the pasture down here, and what we can do is build a wall around it. I will just sort of pause the build, because as soon as you've built it, it'll put the sheep in it. And it's difficult seeing the perimeter of where we've put this pasture down, but I think I can see it. Let's build a wooden wall around it. There we go. It shows you anyway. Hopefully we've left enough space. Yes, just enough space. So we need to go all the way up to here maybe, or here. Let's go all the way up there. Oh, and you have to build it in sections. You can't just lay down a big line. So we'll put some there. Oh. Let's how do we stop the building of a wall? Not that one. Maybe it's the path. The path one. Not sure. We left a little gap in the wall, so I'll work that out anyway. And we're laying down the wall along. So there. It'd be a bit easier if the wall could just be like pulled out instead of just building it in very small sections. There we go. So we're near the entrance there, and if we rotate it round like that, we can bring it this way, and we'll put in a gate. Actually, I'm not sure where the access is needed for the pasture. I'm not sure where the gate is going to be, so maybe we'll just continue building that wall when we've built the pasture to make sure people can get in. Although we have left 1 block's worth of access on the side, haven't we? Let's put the gate in here. This will be a fascinating experiment. Okay, well, we're going all out in protection of our cattle, our sheep. We'll see how that works out. Not sure. Yeah, so we're on the second harvest of flax. They'll grow a bit. Remember, as soon as we see those snowflakes above the fields, hit that harvest button. Just checking out our tools and our clothes. We've got 100 clothes, which is fantastic, and we've got 46 tools. So I'm pretty happy with that. Although the tools were at sort of 50 odd, but I know that we were a bit short of charcoal at one point, weren't we? So here's our blast furnace, making the steel. Got loads of charcoal now, and loads of firewood actually. So let's pause production. Let's lock production on charcoal. Wow, over 7,000 vegetables, 1,000 fruit, 260 eggs. So the villagers are getting through that. 1,400 meat. It's incredible. It must be something to do with the labourers we've got, but I'm not 100% sure. So we're just a bit short of the steel. We're waiting on steel for our castle smithy here. It's got no steel at the minute, but we're making the steel at the blast furnace. So we could, if we wanted to micro-organise that, help it along. They're just short of ore. Okay. Iron ore is holding up production. Here we go. So we've got these snowflakes. So let's hit the harvest button on all the fields, which is the basket here. So I've just hit the harvest button on all those fields, and hit the harvest button on the orchard as well. Maybe it can survive better conditions. 0 to 27, 0 to 27. No, they're all the same. And when it hits into winter, we'll take all our gatherers off, and we're going to be bringing in a whole load more of resources. But we've got a lot of stone coming in. Oh, and look, we've started building the wall already. So that's interesting. There's only one spot. We've got one weakness in the wall, where we couldn't quite work out how to demolish a section then rebuild. So I'm sure I'll work that out. And we're on a gate, so we've got half a wall, we've got a watchtower, fortified structure. Oh, you can upgrade it. Improved watchtower attacks nearby wild animals with arrows. That is exactly what we want. So as it is, it's not going to do a lot, but if we upgrade it, then it'll attack the wild animals. Okay, that's brilliant to know. And it looks good. I can't quite see the watchtower, so why don't we just clear some of the forest around here so we can actually see what we're doing. And that's 172 logs that we're going to be clearing. And there we go. Look, we saw the snowflake appear. It's like a warning sign that the weather's going to get colder. And we hit the harvest button, and we're going to maximise the harvest. Oh, the raiders' ship has been spotted on the horizon. Please, not more raiders. Oh dear, here they come. We've caught them this time, and in a previous episode I did shoot and kill one of the raiders. But here they come in to our village. Oh, right smack bang in the middle. Should we slow down time? Should we play but go on to normal speed? Now, are there any villagers around? Yes, there are. There's a villager here. Now, I'm going to go into your body. I'm going to arm you with your crossbow, and we're going to edge along and forward and see if we can attack these guys as they land. And there's a building that might get in the way here. That would be very annoying. So come on, walk as fast as you can. We're trying to get these raiders, but they're just sailing on by, it seems. Can we shoot their boat? I wish we could set their boat on fire. Are they going to land? Oh, there they go. Right, let's shoot them. Yes, we killed one of the raiders. Oh, is that a raider up there? I think that was a raider up there. Oh, and he threw... they've started to set everything on fire. We've killed 2 raiders. Their ship seems to have gone. And I'm going to bounce out of this guy and see what damage has been caused. So just one building set on fire, and it's our mine. And we've got people who will come and put that fire out. It's only close to the warehouse, really. Otherwise, and there's not much in the warehouse. Oh, there's another building on fire over here. So there's another raider, I think, that I didn't quite catch or kill. Is that the raider? That's the raider. So let's get into your body and kill this raider. there he is. I just let an arrow off. There we go. Ha! So I think we've killed all 3 raiders. If there were 3. Hello. We'll get out of your body, and they've set 2 buildings on fire. And I don't know if this one is spreading. This is a small house, and it needs 15 water to survive. And we're right next to a well here. And there's plenty in the well. There's 87. And this one needs 36 to survive. So, yeah, quite a lot of water needed for the quarry. But it does have 7 already, so the villagers are going on it. And I think we've pretty much successfully repelled that raider's attack. I'm pretty happy with how we responded there. So we're probably going to be putting out these fires, and we'll just speed up time a bit to see how that goes. Still only 2 buildings on fire, and you can keep an eye on that actually in our messaging tab down the bottom. If you can't necessarily follow, seeing the fires spread, if there's like too many trees or something, or the weather conditions are pretty bad. But yeah, we've nearly saved this building, so that's just about to go out. There we go, house is saved, and the quarry is going to be saved shortly as well, but it needs a bit more water to put it out. But look at that health bar. The green health bar is when that goes all the way down, I think you lose the building. I think I'm right in saying that. Although it does say fire quenching up there. So 21 out of 36. I think we're going to be quite successful in putting that out, and we repelled the raider attack. I guess you could have like watchtowers around, and I don't know if they're going to be like good defensive buildings. But we got our people to successfully defend. So I'm pretty happy with that indeed. I think this... yeah, we've cleared a few of the logs already. So that's good, even though it was one of the last things we did. So maybe it's just because they're closer to camp. Look at that. There's our gap in there. So the watchtower looks cool. We'll definitely upgrade that once we get a few more bits and pieces. And then another watchtower being built there, and we could probably do with one maybe around here somewhere. And we're building our wall around our pasture. So when the wall is built, there we go. Yeah, they've got all the materials needed. They just need to wait for a builder. So maybe we needed to wait for it to be built first before we can then dismantle it. So we'll see. And the house demolishing button, which is in where the 2 little houses are down here. And there's click on a building to deconstruct there. That's the one where you deconstruct a building. And if we deconstruct these at the end, we can just... We'll see. Yes, that's worked. That's going to be deconstructed, and that one is as well. So we can close that gap. That's good to know. Hunting lodge is here. Shall we employ someone in this hunting lodge? Let's do that. So it's got a minimum of 1 person and a maximum of 3 there at that hunting lodge. And we'll just clear the animals in that area. There you go. There's a bear to get started on. And I think the animals have different... let's get rid of our farms. We've gone into unseasonable weather. Clear our gatherers, clear our farms, clear our orchard. And the apiary, we didn't employ anyone there. Let's employ 2 people each in the mines, and we'll have 2 builders, because we've got a lot of building work now to get through. And we'll keep 6 gatherers, because we've got a lot of things to gather as well. There we go, we've got everything we need for the house. So let's start construction on that. We've got our 2 builders, that's brilliant. That's going to increase the number of people we've got, and we'll be able to increase like food production and stuff like that. But also we're going to be using up food as well. We've built our watchtower and our hunting cabin in this episode, and we're starting to build a wall. And the delivering goods to the pasture, even though it's on pause, maybe they were delivered before it was put on pause, but who knows. We'll get some more things built before we... Yeah, that's ready. That's being built. So the second watchtower's being built, and before we build another watchtower, we'll surround it by a wall. I think we've got a gate in there. Maybe another watchtower. One more watchtower, and then and we'll increase the number of hunters So we'll put another 2 hunters there, and we can take some hunters off down here because we've got a lot of people being employed now. So that one has been decommissioned, hasn't it? Because it's got 2 zeros. If you see the 2 zeros, that's together. Hang on. If you see the 2 zeros here, that's the minimum and maximum employees you could have, and so it was one up here, wasn't it? That we more activated, this one. So that's got 2 people there, and then we've got one of our original ones up here, sort of in the sort of top left village. Do you remember that first sort of extension we put in? We've got 1 there, it seems. So we've got a lot dotted around. But anyway, we've got 2,000 meat, which is absolutely incredible. Almost 7,000 vegetables, 700 fruit. The fruit's going fast. Very fast indeed. 107 clothes. So we're really not going to struggle with our clothing at all. But as soon as I found as soon as you take the weaver off employment, the clothes go very quickly indeed. And we were struggling with the ore, weren't we, for the blast furnace, but now we've got loads of ore, and it's because we were using it all up for building. And actually I can tell you our labour force is out there gathering it in now. Do you remember all that stuff, all that ore that we told them to gather? So let's have a look. We're going to need a lot more stone. We're using it up. There's 68 up there, 3 there. Cool, we're going quite far away now. 179 up there. And actually, before long, we will potentially have 92 there. We'll have collected it all in the island. 131 there. Wow, 2 there. Okay, chicken died in an animal attack. I think with the chickens, there's so many of them that even if you lose 1, 2, or even a few, they basically reproduce very quickly. So you don't even notice, but it takes ages for 1, then 2 to be killed. By the time someone works out what's going on, they've killed the wild animal. Oh, short of food there. Not sure what's going on there. They've only got firewood. There we go. Got some vegetables. Thank goodness for that. So we've got 3 labourers and we've got 2 builders. Why don't we take off our miners and put them on labouring, just so we can clear the land. We've got 500 flour, which is fantastic, and we're doing very well at the windmill, so we could possibly get rid of one of those workers just to maintain a bit of the grain for the tavern, and we can employ someone at the tavern. Why don't we make that a winter job? Oh, look, we've nearly built this house. Big old house about to come online, and we're going to really have to pay very close attention to food when this house comes online, because it's going to give us a huge increase in capacity. We've got 50 adults and 3 teenagers at the moment, making 53 people. We've got capacity for 57, but once they all spread out around with the capacity of this house coming online, we're going to have a big population boost, and we're 1 build point away from building it. So that's quite a big moment really in the game. There we go, it's built. Fantastic, looking very nice, and it'll be quite cool to upgrade that house actually and see what that looks like. That's not something we've done yet. Just checking out the upgrade buttons actually to see if anything else can be upgraded. There was a lightning flash or something odd going on with the game, but it did freeze a little bit for a moment then. Oh, here we go. Right, we've got buildings on fire. So this lightning storm has caused us some problems with fires. The clay mine is on fire, but we're about to put it out. The Fisherman's Lodge is on fire, but that's quite quick to put out, but it burns very quick. Wow. Okay, that was saved. Brilliant. And I think it was a house, was it? Or something over here. Clay mine still to go, but it's the mines the buildings that have the most building points. They take the most putting out, and that's about to be put out as well. The clay mine. So we'll go in close and have a look at that. Putting the water on there from the wells, so it's well worthwhile having wells all the way around your village. Oh, and there we've built our second watchtower. That's good going. Fortified structure. Don't know if you could get like people in there or what. don't know if people would rush into there when raiders come or not. So we've got 472 logs, 54 stone, 170 ore, 65 clay. So we're a bit short on stone, but we have sent out a load of people to sort that out. So let's put someone else on the stone quarry as well, just in case that helps. And we've got a bit of a space around here for our pasture. We're going to need to upgrade these before they're shooting animals. One hunter there, and 3 hunters here in this area, so that should cover it. I'm pretty optimistic for our next pasture, but I'm also aware. Oh, expedition came back. So what did we get? Oh, what did it get? Did it tell us in the comments? Hasn't told us in the comments that I can see. Though maybe I'm just not quite seeing it. Let's go into our fields and see what they've brought back. Oh, and we're in the spring. Late spring. We need to move all our workers across. Oh, pumpkin. Okay, that's interesting. Let's let's grow some pumpkins then. But I've got a feeling it's just another form of vegetable. So pumpkin in this. Oh, in the big field or no? Let's keep growing oats in the big field. We do need them. We've only got 1100. We'll grow pumpkin in this field, and we'll keep growing flax because we're getting through it, and we'll grow oats in those fields, and we'll activate our we'll activate all of this. So let's switch our workers round. We'll go after... Wow, we've got 9 hunters. Let's reduce that to 6. Let's increase our gatherers up to 6. Ooh, we need let's just go for like 5 gatherers, 5 hunters, 2 in the orchard because we're always short of fruit. 1 in the apiary. Let's take everyone off the mines. Put someone in the apiary because the honey's good. People like the honey. 2 more in the farms. Have we got enough people? Yeah, we've got enough for the farms and the orchard. We've got over 2,400 meat, so we can afford to lay off a few hunters. But we did increase production for them, which is great. Got a couple of builders. We could... yeah, well, let's go with that. We're going to go with 1 labourer, 1 builder, because we're still building things. The watchtowers and so on. And... pretty much full production on all of our food production, summer food production buildings and so on. But we could do with that expansion, we could do with this house filling up and everywhere else having more babies and people coming through. So let's go for this population explosion and have a think about where we want to send our expedition next. So do we want some item of fruit, something for the farm, or shall we just go for an animal? Should we go for an animal and see if there's like any other types of animals? I know we've got the cows and the sheep, but what if they do pigs as well? That would just be for meat though. So that'll be interesting to see. We'll go on full speed. And so far we've made a fantastic start on our big effort to keep the cattle alive. Over here it's going to be like some sort of sheep stronghold. They're going to be safer than our villagers. We've built a big new house over there, and when we come back into the next episode we're going to be upgrading our watchtowers and also building that pasture, and we'll check out the other buildings very soon as well. The barn might be built for all I know. Let's check it out next series then. In the next episode, and thank you for watching. We'll speak to you very soon.